Hey guys, Buffing Game back today, bringing you another video for our weapon conversion series, and today we're going to be converting the CR-56 AMAX or the Galil Ace into the IWI Galatz, and this is a version of the original IWI Galil turned into a sniper variant of the rifle, which has been updated into a modern variant of the rifle. So we'll go ahead and get into this. I'll show you how to build it. We'll look at the recoil pattern and see how it handles in-game against bots, and also stay tuned to see and hear the information about the ongoing giveaway that I'm currently giving away on the channel. We'll be picking a winner here probably either tomorrow or Monday, so stay tuned for the information for that, and also check the description below. So let's go ahead and back out, and here you see the final design for the Galatz, the IWI Galil Sniper rifle as it's known. This is the final variant of the rifle. So again, we're going to need that CR-56 AMAX for this weapon, so you can unlock that. If I go back to our battle pass here for season 4, you can unlock that at tier 31 is when the CR-56 AMAX is finally unlocked. So you see here at tier 31 we have the CR-56 AMAX. So we'll go ahead and back out now, go back to our custom class where we have this built. And here we have our Galatz sniper rifle, the sniper variant of the old Galil sniper rifle, updated into the modern platform. So we'll go ahead and strip this down at base. First off, what we're going to want is go ahead and select the barrel. So the barrel here comes with a 508mm barrel in real life. So we're going to want that XRK Zodiac barrel. This is the longest barrel, coming in at around 20 inches in length. This is going to assist with the damage at range, the bullet velocity, and the recoil control of the weapon. The cons here being the aim down sight speed as well as the movement speed. So we'll go ahead and select that. We'll skip out on the laser, and then for the optic, we're going to go ahead and want that variable zoom scope. That variable zoom scope, this is one of my favorites for any DMR type conversion that we're doing with a rifle, because you have that 3 to that 6.1 times optic zoom. So you're going to get that zoom level that you can toggle as well as the magnification toggle, and the cons here being the ADS speed just for the extra weight on the weapon. But again, we're using this as a sniper rifle or a DMR, so that's not really our concern here. So we'll go ahead and select that. Now for the stock, we're going to want that custom Galatz stock that came with the rifle. So this is a custom stock mainly introduced by IMI for the Galatz sniper rifle, or the sniper variant of the old Galil. So this is going to be the XRK Gatekeeper. This is going to assist with the aiming stability, the aim walking steadiness, and the cons being the aim walking movement speed. So we'll go ahead and select that. Next up, we're going to want the ammunition. This is the key attachment here. We're going to want the M67 10-round magazine. So the M67 is just a different version of the 7.62 by 39mm round. It's a little bit of a heavier round compared to the standard, I believe, the M43 M7.62 by 39. Now, in real life, the Galatz fires the 7.62 by 51mm, which is even slightly larger round than the 7.62 by 39 Soviet round. But again, we don't have that option in the game, so this is going to be the best version that we can go with here. So this is going to be that M67 7.62 by 39mm rounds. This is going to assist with the aim down sight speed, the damage, and the movement speed, as well as the bullet velocity. And the cons here being the magazine capacity, we're going from 30 down to 10 rounds. So we'll go ahead and also note that this is going to turn your weapon into semi-auto by default. So you cannot go full auto with this like you can with the M4 SOCOM. So go ahead and select that. Now, the next attachment, again, this is really personal preference. Just to stay true with the real-life conversion, we're going to want that bipod. This is just going to assist with the crouch and prone recoil control on the weapon, and also when you're mounted. I feel like it does help a little bit with the stability of the weapon, but go ahead and select the bipod. And there is our final design for the IMI, now known as the IWI Galil Sniper, or the Galatz semi-automatic sniper rifle. This is the final version of the weapon. Now, again, same as the CR-56 AMAX. Really quick, I'll show you what the camouflages look like on this. You can see it's going to cover mainly the whole gun. For some reason, there's a patch there on the handguard, which I think is bugged, where you can see it's black. But that's how the camouflage look on this particular weapon. I like to run it all black. I think that looks the best. Now, some things to note with this build. Again, we have that custom IMI, or the now known as the IWI Galatz stock. It's an adjustable stock. You can see there it's side folding, as well as it has the adjustable cheek rest, and the stock adjusts. It's basically a telescopic stock, and you have that rear bipod that comes down here. You can see there underneath the back of the butt pad, it's folded up right now, and really what you would do in real life is unfold that down. You'll see in some of the pictures I'm showing, and that would just add extra stability to the rifle, so you don't need to worry about mounting or holding this to the buttstock to your shoulder too much. Now, again, this handguard on this weapon has what looks most similar to the Beretta AR-70 or the 223 model handguards on this, so it's not quite the custom models that we're used to on the modern day Galatz stocks, which are the basically quad Picatinny rails on there for the handguard. But again, it's that barreta handguard that we have on this rifle. And then obviously with the handguard, the bipod of the weapon, it looks pretty nice. Everything's pretty much true to the rifle in real life, except we don't have the 7.62 by 51mm. We're stuck with the 10-round magazine here. Typically, it comes with a 25-round straight magazine, and the handguard, or excuse me, the pistol grip would also be a little bit different. It's very similar to what we see for the aim and stability one on the. I'll show you really quick on the. Let's see, on the CR-56. So if I just select, we'll go to our. So the typical pistol grip that we get on there in most cases is going to be very similar to this, the Galil Sniper Elite that you get on the grouse. So it's going to look just like that typically in real life, just to add for extra stability and aim walking movement speed that we have there with the growl. But that's typically what you would get in real life. So those are really the only differences of the caliber. We're stuck with the 7.62 by 39. There's no other option, but we have the M67 rounds. It's going to increase our damage. We have that barreta handguard on there instead of a quad Picatinny, but we do have that top mounted Picatinny as well as the bottom mounted Picatinny there. We have that custom Galatz buttstock on the weapon, and that's really it. Other than that, it's pretty close to true to a typical Galil Ace, or the old school Galils. So let's go ahead now, and that's our final variant. Let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay here with this rifle. And first off, you can see the recoil pattern on this is going to be the same as a typical Ace. It's going to be kicking if you're only firing semi-auto. So again, you don't really need to worry about the recoil pattern. You're able to keep shots on target pretty well. And again, even with that bipod on there, if you were to swap that out for something like a Ranger foregrip or even a Merc foregrip, it'll be a little easier to control your shots, or even something like the Commando would be good too. But again, for purposes of staying true to the real life conversion, we're going to stick with the bipod here. But again, it's pretty easy to get shots on target. But if we jump into the gameplay here, you can see this. Again, we're going to be using this mainly as a DMR, designated marksman rifle, or a sniper variant of the original Galil. We're going to use it true to its real purpose for the most part here, just to see how it would work. Now, I'm really interested to see how this matches up to my SR25 build, or the M4 with the 4.58 SOCOM rounds that I've dubbed the SR25, which in my mind is hands down the best DMR that you can use in Warzone. So I'm really interested to see how this stacks up to that. I still have a feeling that the M4 SOCOM is going to be superior, but again, you can see here, you'll see in the gameplay, it's going to be just about a 2-shot kill at any distance, and if you're within a certain distance, it's going to be a 1-shot headshot kill, which is really nice too. But again, we're using this with a bipod, so you're really going to want to crouch or prone, or even mount this if you're going to be engaging. But again, since you're forcing the semi-auto, it is pretty easy to control your shots and get them on target. So that's one thing. Now for the gift card giveaway, again, that's going on the channel through this weekend. I'll be picking a winner at the end of the weekend, maybe tomorrow, or most likely on Monday when the weekend is over. But to enter that, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel, and then check out the description down below. I'll leave the details in there. You just need to comment with your console of choice, whether it's Xbox 360 or Xbox One, PS4, or PC, on one of the two videos, being the Vector Unlock video or the Milsim operated video from Season 4. You don't need to do both, but you can do both. It won't hurt. So comment on one of those, leaving me your console of choice, as well as something about Season 4 that you like, dislike, you want to see upcoming in the remainder of the season, or maybe even coming forward to the next couple seasons. So again, just need to be subscribed and then comment on one of the two videos with your console. That way it's easier for me to pick out which ones you are. Console of choice, as well as something about Season 4, just something in general that you're liking about the game or want to see coming on those two videos linked down below. It's either going to be the Vector Unlock or the Milsim operators for Season 4. Either or, you don't need to do both. That's up to you. So check out the details down below in the description. For that, we'll be giving away a $30 gift card. Probably about anywhere from 3 to 4 of those, again, for your console of choice. So if you're out of the United States, it's easier if you have a PayPal, just in case I can't get a hold of a PlayStation card or an Xbox card or even a Blizzard card for your country. So just keep that in mind. If you do have a PayPal active, that'd make it easier for me, but no worries, we'll figure it out regardless. So again, that's going through the weekend. I'll probably pick a winner on Monday or Tuesday, give a $30 gift card to you, to your console of choice. Now back to the weapon, as you see the gameplay here in the background. So the Galatz was initially introduced in 1983 from IMI for the Israeli military. It's a modern-day predecessor to the SR-99. It's a modernized version of the Galatz, which you'll see the IWI Galil Sniper. I'll have list. I would have showed you the screenshots by now. Definitely a really good rifle. Again, it fires 7.62 by 51 NATO. versus the 7.62 by 39. So the difference between those rounds is that the 51 is a little bit bigger. It's going to be a little bit more accurate, I believe. It ranges a little bit larger around. But again, it's going to be louder and it's going to kick a lot harder. So it's also more expensive to produce, where the 7.62 by 39 is a little bit more widely used. And the M67 variant that we have here on this rifle that we saw in the conversions, that's a Yugoslavian round. It was initially a prototype round. And what it does is just a different, it's a little bit different than the standard 7.62 by 39 millimeter. I believe it's the M43 is what the original Soviet round was. And it's a little bit bigger. Yeah, the M43. So it's a little bit different size than that, and what it does is it creates more effect on target. It'll tumble and just create more damage when it impacts a target, which versus a standard M43 would typically go right through the target. This is going to have a tumbling effect similar to the 5.56 and leave a larger exit wound, mainly obviously to put your target down for good, where the 5.56 by 45 does something very similar, but this obviously the Yugoslavian M67 round, just being a larger round, is going to do much more damage internally, obviously. Now, again, in real life, this fires the 7.62 by 51, but that's really the best we have right now in game, unfortunately. I'm also surprised it didn't add a 5.56 attachment to make something like an Ace 23 or a 22, but again, maybe that's something we'll see going forward with one of the conversion packs. But overall, I think it's a really nice rifle. If you want to run this, if I were to run this in Warzone, I'll probably play around with the Commando or even the Merc foregrip based on how I feel the ADS speed is, just to control that recoil a little bit more. Typically in Warzone, you're not going to be crouched or prone too much, but again, here, just using it for the real-life purposes. So let me know down below what you guys think of this rifle. Again, it's pretty up to spec, just so that we have the barreta handguard. It comes initially with that 20-inch barrel, the 508mm barrel. The overall weight for the rifle is going to be 8 kilograms, and that's loaded with a base 20-round magazine. So obviously here we only have a 10 round, so it's going to be a little bit lighter. It is a gas-operated rotating bolt. And the length overall is going to be 1,115 millimeters. And the feed system, again, like I said, 20 to a 25-round detachable box magazine. So, again, this is known as the Galil Sniper rifle, or for IMI or now IWI is going to be the Galatz, is what it's dubbed. And essentially, it is an improved Galil assault rifle, redesigned with the 7.62 by 51 NATO round cartridges, or the 308 Winchester round. So the changes made from the original rifle, there's some major changes here. 2-stage trigger, heavy target shooter style barrel, so the barrel was a little bit heavier. And the initial one had a folding wood buttstock, but obviously here we have the more up-to-date, modernized version of this rifle. And the original one came with a fixed powered 6-time optic on the rifle, and obviously here being the more modernized version of the Galatz, we have a variable zoom scope on here to try and capture that. We can go from 3 to 6.1, which makes it pretty close to the original one. So again, this is manufactured initially by IMI, now IWI, for the Israeli Defense Force. And again, this is a semi-automatic sniper rifle, or really a designated marksman rifle for the most part. So that is the Galatz sniper rifle. Again, pretty nice conversion. The ammo on this, the M67, definitely is going to be a 2-hit shot kill almost in all cases. Unless you're doing it 1 shot to the head at a specific range, it'll be a little bit better. But let me know down below what you guys think of this, how you like this rifle. Have you unlocked it yet? Have you played around with it? What you think of it? And if you've used it in Warzone yet. I'm really looking forward to, I've had it on launch for a while, I just haven't used it in Warzone yet, so I'm looking forward to giving it a try in Warzone and seeing how it handles in-game there. So let me know down below what you guys think. Again, let me know also what you guys think of Season 4 so far, what your impressions are, your favorite things in Season 4, and what you hope to see coming up in Season 5 and maybe even 6 and beyond for blueprints, milsim operators, things like that. I'm really excited. I really want to see... I'm going to be doing some videos here for possible weapons that they could add or conversions that they could add. I know we've done some of that in the wish list before, but there's one that I really like to see, mainly specifically 2, I guess, would be a similar to what they do with the EBR-14 and the SKS, is add a stock attachment which changes the chassis of the weapon and could give us essentially a different weapon. So, for example, with the AK-47, if they add a custom, let's call it the AK-12 buttstock on there, it could actually change the whole chassis of the weapon or convert the whole upper of the weapon. They could give us an AK-12 upper along with that, which would have the benefits of increased rate of fire, things like that, and then the addition of like maybe a 45 round or a 60 round casket mag for the 5.45. So If it can do it with the designated marksman rifles like the SKS and the EBR, I think that'd be one option instead of adding a completely new AK platform to the game. You have the gunsmiths, so they can take advantage of that. Now, another option would be for another rifle, for the PKM that we have, I'd really like to see, we can make essentially a PKP Pecheneg, but I'd really like to see a Pecheneg bullpup added to the game, and they could do that again with the same way there would be just to add a custom stock attachment, which would change the whole chassis of the weapon and convert that weapon into a bullpup with the Pecheneg design, and then we would have a PKP Pecheneg bullpup variant of the weapon again without adding a similar weapon, a new similar weapon to the game like the PKM. They, instead of just adding a new weapon that's similar to that, they could add an attachment which would convert it statistically and cosmetically into a brand new modernized version of the PKP Pecheneg. So I think that'd be really nice to see. You could do that with a lot of rifles as well. If the G28 comes next season, that'd be one option, but we'll have to wait and see what they end up doing. But I'm going to leave you guys with some gameplay here. Again, this is Buffner Gaming with the IWI or the IWI Galatz, the Galil Sniper rifle. Let me know down below what you think of this rifle. Also, be sure to check out the details for the giveaway. Social media and everything's down below, as well as the Discord channel if you're interested in joining there. And until next time, Buffner Gaming.